Hello everyone, this is Dr. Hatami. In this video, we're going to talk about the characteristics of life, which is one of the first topic in biology courses. Biology is the study of life, as bio means life and logy means the study. More specifically, biology is the study of living organisms and the environment they live in. So let's start by asking a simple question. What is a life? Life is the characteristic that distinguishes living things from non-living things. Living things like human, animals, plants, and which they share certain features, right? So every living things, including humans, they have 6 features. All living organisms, they have organization, they are organized. They actually need material and they need energy to survive. They have homeostasis, or they are homeostatic. They can respond to the stimuli and to the changes. They can reproduce and also they can grow. And they have evolutionary history. These are 6 features for all the living organisms. By remembering these 6 characteristics, you can easily identify what makes something alive. Now let's take a closer look at the first feature of life. Life is organized, or living organisms are organized. Being organized means that the living things have different level of structures. So in this part, we're going to talk about the different level of biological organization, from smallest to the largest. So be with me. So as you can see, from smallest level to largest level, we have atom, molecule, then cell. We have tissue level. After tissue level, the next level would be organ level. Then we have organ system level. And then we have organism level. Then we're going to the next level, species, population, community, ecosystem, and biosphere, which is the largest level of biological organization. Okay, now let's talk about each of these one by one. What is the atom? The atom is the smallest living unit of an element. So everything around us is made up of atoms, like oxygen atom, carbon atom. So this is the smallest unit of an element. Then when 2 or more atoms join together, they form a molecule. So next level would be the molecular level. For example, water, carbon dioxide. These are the molecule. Then the cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Which molecules together, they can make a cell. So don't forget, if you have been asked what is the smallest living unit or thing, that would be the cell, because cells are alive. But if we're asking what is the smallest unit of our life, that would be atom. Okay, so one more time, cell is the structural and functional unit of all organism, or we can say is the smallest living unit of the all living organisms. So all life begins at the cellular level. Human bodies are made up of trillions of cells. Then when some cells join together and share a common structure and function, we are going to make the tissue level. For example, we have nervous tissue. In animal, human, we have muscle tissue. We have connective tissue. The next level, when the tissues join together and work together, they're going to make an organ. So what is the organ level? The organ is made up of different tissues working together to perform a specific task. For example, your brain, your heart, your skin, your tongue. These are the organ and would be found in the organ level. Next, when group of organs working together for a common purpose, they're gonna make the organ system. For example, in human body, we have 11 organ system. Like we have cardiovascular system, we have muscular system, there is respiratory system, reproductive system. So each organ system is made up of some organs. Like in nervous system, we have brain, we have spinal cord. In cardiovascular system, we have heart, we have blood vessels. And what would be the next level? Next level, we have organism. Our organism is an individual living being like a human. It is a collection of organ systems working together. And then we have a species. A species is a group of similar organisms that can interbreed and produce offspring. Like humans are one species called Homo sapiens. So all humans belong to this species Homo sapiens. Then next level we have population. A population is all the organism of one species living in a particular area. So that is important. The all living organism of one species, like all human living in Los Angeles, make up a population. And then after population, the next level would be community. So in community is interacting populations in a particular area. For example, all humans, all animals, all plants living together in a specific area or in a particular area like a forest, that is going to make a community. And then we have ecosystem. The ecosystem is a community plus the physical environment. Ecosystem includes living thing and non-living thing like soil, water, and climate. Example, a pond with fish, algae, frogs, and the water and rocks around them is an ecosystem. And finally, the biosphere, which is all of the Earth ecosystem. This is the largest level where all life on the planet exists. From the deepest ocean to the highest mountain. This is actually part of the biosphere. Okay, so then here in this slide, you have all of the definition. Let's review it one more time. Atom is the smallest unit of an element. Molecule, when two atoms were just joined together, make a molecule. Cell is the structure and functional unit of all living organism, or the smallest living unit of an organism is a cell. And then we have tissue, group of cells together, organ, some tissues together make an organ system, group of organs working together make an organ system, and finally the all organ system making an organism like you and me. And then we have species, which is group of similar interbreeding organism. When we have these species in one particular area, is called population. When we have like group of population in particular area, is called community. And ecosystem would be the community of population plus physical environment. And then all of the Earth's ecosystem would be biosphere. Now let's move on to the second feature of life, which is living organisms require material and energy. Okay, first, what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work. Everything a living organism does, like moving, growing, repairing cells, require energy. But how we can get energy? So humans get this energy by eating food. Food contains nutrients, which are important for two main reasons. We need nutrients to provide the building block for our body, like proteins for muscle, calcium for bones, and also they're going to provide energy for our cells. So we're going to use them to perform all their functions. Okay, so but the way that our body is going to like get food and then provide nutrients for like you for building blocks or energy, it needs a chemical reaction. All the chemical reaction in our body that is going to break down the food, use it for energy, and also build some molecules, all called metabolism. So, in short, metabolism is the sum of all the chemical reactions that can happen inside of the cell or inside of our body. So, to stay alive, humans and all the living things must constantly require energy, acquire materials and energy from their environment. Without it, life cannot be sustained. Okay, now let's talk about the third feature of life, which is called homeostasis. Homeostasis means maintaining a constant internal environment. What does it mean? It means that even the outside environment changes, still your internal environment should be in balance. This is important because cells and organs only work properly under certain conditions. Many of our organs work together to maintain homeostasis. For example, the body temperature is kept within a narrow range around 98.6 degree Fahrenheit or 37 degrees centigrade. Even the outside is hot or cold. Always we have to maintain our body temperature in this narrow range. Which different organ system in our body and organs like our skin is working, our muscles are working, our sweat glands are working. So all of them working to maintain our body temperature at this level. The next example, like the way our body is going to maintain the proper blood sugar level at the certain range. Or water balance or pH in our body. So then whenever these changes like external change or internal changes is happening like changes in temperature outside or changes in blood sugar inside, then our organ system working hard to maintain it without us knowing what is happening in our body. So if everything goes like perfectly, we are healthy. But if homeostasis fail, so we are getting sick. So maintaining homeostasis is essential for survival. Without it, our bodies wouldn't be able to function correctly and we couldn't survive. Now let's talk about the fourth feature of life. All living organisms respond to the stimuli. What is the stimuli? Stimuli is any change in the environment that causes a response. Responding to stimuli is essential because homeostasis wouldn't be possible without it. There are two main types of stimuli. We have external stimuli and internal stimuli. What is it? When these changes comes from outside of the body, it's called external stimuli. Example, if you touch a hot stove, you quickly pull your hand away to avoid getting burned, right? What was the stimuli? That temperature is coming from outside, right? What was the response? You pulled away your hand because you wanted to protect yourself. That is the response to stimuli. And also we have internal stimuli. The way our body is going to adjust the blood pressure. Okay, so if your blood pressure rises above normal, your body makes adjustment to bring it back to a healthy range. So it means that you're going to respond to that changes, to that stimuli. By responding to stimuli, humans and other living organisms can protect themselves, maintain balance, and survive in a constantly changing environment. Okay, now let's talk about the fifth feature of life. All living organisms reproduce and have the potential for growth. Reproduction is the process by which organisms create new individuals, passing on their genetic information to the next generation. This ensures that the species continues over time. And also growth. Growth refers to an increase in size and in the number of cells. For example, humans grow taller as children and teens because their cells are dividing and multiplying. Development includes all the changes that occur from fertilization until death. This includes childhood, adolescence, and adulthood, as well as the body's ability to repair itself after injury. All of this is called development. So reproduction, growth, and development are essential for both the survival of the individual and also the continuation of species. And finally, let's look at the sixth feature of life. All living organisms have an evolutionary history. What does it mean? Evolutionary history means that every species, including humans, has changed over time through evolution. These changes occur across many generations and help organisms adapt to their environment. For example, humans has evolved over millions of years to walk upright, to use tools, and develop complex brains. Other organisms like birds have evolved wings for flying, while fish evolved fins to swim efficiently. That is the definition of the evolution or history of evolution. The main purpose behind evolution is called natural selection. Natural selection happens when a new variation appears in some individuals that makes them better at surviving or capturing resources. Because of this advantage, those individuals are more likely to survive, reproduce, and pass on their traits to the next generation. Over time, this leads to adaptation. And adaptation is a trait that becomes common in a population because it helps individuals survive and reproduce in their environment. Okay, so this evolution, natural selection, adaptation work together to shape all living organisms, including us. Okay, that was regarding the feature of the living organism, which we discussed in this short video. And thank you so much for your attention.